Motion 3, as the Uachtaráin refers to, is jointly sponsored by the Standing Committee on Playing Rules. The primary purpose of the Standing Committee for Playing Rules is to monitor the consistent application of the rules of Gaelic football and hurling. We do so in a collaborative way. We work closely, for example, with the Referees Development Committee, and we work also with match referees. During the course of 2019, for example, we met with the referees of the All-Ireland Senior Hurling and Senior Football finals. What is clear, a consistent theme in those discussions, in our deliberations, is the extent to which there is a material impact upon the application consistently of the playing rules of the incursions, increasing numbers of incursions, unregulated incursions onto the field of play by team officials, and in particular the Maor Fúinneoir. And we see this routinely, and the extent of the influence of the Maor Fúinneoir is widespread, and we are strongly of the view that it needs to be curtailed, and that is the basis of this motion. There are many examples of the extent of the influence, but some of those you would be familiar with. The influence on a tactical basis of the Maor Fúinneoir occupying space on the field of play, contributing to malaise, influencing match officials, including umpires, routinely running onto the field of play when no such incursion could be justified. The list is endless, and it continues right up until last weekend. You might be interested to know that in the first half, for example, of the National Hurling League game between Cork and Limerick, there were 18 incursions. The first half alone, 18 incursions by the Maor Fúinneoir in that particular game. As part of the work of the Standing Committee for Playing Rules, we have had an exhaustive review of video evidence provided to us by the CCCC. And the only conclusion we can draw is that the negative, adverse influence of the Maor Fúinneoir in particular, but other team officials, as I say, must be curtailed, and on that basis we move this motion. And I should say finally that this motion is consistent with the principles advocated at the Central Council meeting of the 29th of June, so 8 months ago. The principles by which the rules of Gaelic football and hurling should be seen and understood. And one of those 7 principles is that the pitch should be preserved for the match official and the players. So we obviously strongly advocate your support for this motion, and we thank you for your time, Uachtaráin.
Okay, does anyone want to speak to the motion?
Sean Cregan, slimmest. Uachtaráin, I'd like to oppose the motion. I think there's presently a facility there to punish the offenders who are misbehaving in the manner in which has been described by the proposer of the motion. I think it's vitally important that the Maor Fúinneoir is in a position to bring messages onto the field, particularly when you have 80,000 people in a stadium. I think it would cause huge confusion if we were to take a backward step. So I believe punish the offenders severely. That facility is there. They can be sent to the stand, and I oppose the motion on that basis.
Okay, I'm going to put the motion to the floor. Those in favour of the motion, vote 1, and those against the motion, vote 2. Oh. Unfortunately, we need 60%, so the motion fails.